Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Fahad Iqbal, and my team members are Umar, Ayan, and Ali Bukhari. The topic of our presentation is the design of water sprinkler system for the green spaces at Academic Law. So first I would like to tell you about just a brief detail about the problem statement, what our problem is and what we are trying to accomplish by the end of this presentation. So the problem statement is to design a water sprinkler system at the academic block which should be highly efficient and with minimum head losses. Now we will come toward these terms later on throughout this whole presentation. So our objective with this project is that the lawn space should be appropriately watered, it should have no to minimum head losses, and it should be cost effective. Now given to these objectives, we have defined our scope, like the scope of our project is to determine the number of sprinklers to be used, the spraying radius for each sprinklers, the location of each sprinklers, and the pipe material as well as their sizes. So just to tell you about little about the our site that where we are focused. So our location is at the academic block lawn at Ghulam Isa Khan Institute. The rectangle area here shows that where it is, and the natural type of soil, the natural type of soil that is available at our lawn is clearly gravel with sand. Now there's a reason why I'm telling you this, because later on you would see that our sprinklers does not cover the whole area, so there is some research going on this topic, so I would just tell you about that later on. However, the lawn is covered with grass, it's almost covered with grass, and there are some bricks pavement design in the middle which is just for the aesthetics purposes. Now talking about the reconnaissance survey, we conducted a field survey here at the academic lawn with total station and measuring tapes. All the basic dimensions were noted, and then those values are plotted using AutoCAD to determine the area that is needed to be covered for the lawn. As a part of reconnaissance survey, we also determined the position of the tank and the current subsurface piping network, so where we would take our intake for the sprinklers. As it can be seen right here on the screen that we have two prominent spots which are marked in the red circle where we can take the inlet, or we can take the flow for our sprinkler system. Now talking about the sprinklers, although there are a variety of sprinklers available in the market, their prices they have a variety of prices, their quality is different, but we would go with specifically with the impact sprinklers because they are commonly available in the local market. And some technical details about the sprinkler is that the sprinklers operate at a pressure of 30 psi, which is approximately equal to 20 meters. So a pressure of 20 meters would be needed at each junction for these sprinklers to work. And their flow rate or their waste demand would be somehow ranging from 0.84 to 1.62. For this project, for the calculation of EPANET, we have taken it as 1 meter cube per hour. And the spraying diameter is from 10 meters to 20 meters, but if we look at it on the technical side, these sprinklers, they have a knob right here, which is somehow right there. By adjusting that knob in a direction, the radius can be made lower or higher depending upon your requirement. About the piping network or the piping information, we have used two different types of pipe for our flow network. The one is 3 inches and one is that of 1.5 inches. The 3 inches is mainly the stainless steel pipe which is already there, but we have included our cost because it is because we thought that if we are designing it, we should be designing it by our soul, like everything from the basic. So we didn't count it that already established piping network. The impact sprinklers, they require a 0.5 inch pipe fittings because their inlets is small as compared to the pipe we are using, because we are using 1.5 inch and the sprinklers require 0.75 inches. And the formula that is used behind the EPANET for the calculation of head losses is Hazen-Williams. So in that case we need the roughness coefficient, which is in EPANET it is denoted by the C. So for different types of pipes, it has different value. Like for the plastic is ranging from 150 to 140 to 150, and for steel is almost the same. So we have determined that from the EPANET user manual. Now, talking about the layout of the design, after the constant survey, we took those readings and we plotted those readings on AutoCAD, and it turns out that the lawn is totally approximately up to 900 meter cube area, and the area that is needed to be watered, it's 600 meter cubes, because some of the area is pavement, it doesn't require that much. Now, as it can be seen that the area to be watered is divided into six irregular shapes areas. So it's very difficult to cover each and every inch of these areas, because the water sprinklers operate in circular way. So for that purposes, we have looked over some literature, and we have turned out that if the area is clearly gravelly with sand, so there would be some lateral seepage, and as it can be seen on the next slide, so this is the network of our sprinkler system. So these voids can be covered through lateral seepage. We don't need to cover each and every inch of those areas. So that was the main reason for telling us the nature of the ground that is available at us. Now, talking about the flow network, our simulation was done using AppNet. So the proposed locations were plotted on the AppNet. As it can be seen on the pictures, there are a total of 17 sprinklers which would be covering these sprinkler systems. Starting from the first, which is the tank, and it is located at a height of 13.75 meters above the base point. The base point is right here. This is the first red mark, if you recall from the previous slide.
Height elevation difference was 75 meters.
13.75 meters.
13 points. The elevation of the rock.
And the junctions, each junctions here, they are not normal junctions. We have defined an emitter coefficient for those junctions, which would in turn be they would be used for the sprinkler system. And the demand for the emitter coefficient that we are using is according to the AppNet manual. It is a function of pressure and the discharge, or the base demand which is required.
Even manual gives for sprinkler system as well.
Yes, it's mentioned. It's slightly mentioned that you need to define the emitter coefficient if you are designing the sprinkler system. Now, the verification of the model. So, in order to check that if our model is working or not, we just did a simple calculation. As it can be seen on the top point, that the pressure at top point is 7.33 meter, which is in fact due to the water at the tank. So it's giving us a pressure of 7.33 meter. It's like on 13.75 meters. But on the base point, it can be seen that the pressure is 20.77. Now, there is now it comes from addition of elevation head. Like if you add 7.33 with 13.75, the total pressure would in turn become 20.71. So it shows us that our model is like working, and the definitions are approximate.
Top point could say or base point.
So if you recall it from the point right here at the tank.
Okay.
That is our top point, and the base point is right here. So if we count 13.75 head elevation with the top point, so the total pressure right here will be something 20 point something.
Okay. And top point पे जो आपने pressure ली है, what was its value?
7.33, which is in fact due to the water in the tanks.
Okay. आपने वो किस तरह calculate किया?
Actually, if I ask you for the capacity of reservoir, so you have to define the minimum and maximum levels. Like you give it to diameter, and then you define it minimum and maximum level. So the level in turns act like the height of the tank. It's approximately 7.
He has used the height of the tank. Right.
Now coming towards and for the sprinklers, it can be seen that our end the last sprinkler we are operating is C10, which requires 17. According to AppNet, the pressure would be 17.15 meters. So it means that our sprinklers can operate like it's in the operatable range of the sprinkler. So it can. Now coming towards the total cost of our project, so we are using 1.5 inch diameter pipe and 3 inch diameter pipe. So all those things, their lengths were calculated from the AutoCAD, and then they were multiplied with their specific rates. And the total cost is on our project is approximately 2,20,000. But this is not the actual cost. Like we have included the 3 inch stainless steel pipe, which is not like yet included, which is already there. We don't need to install it, so the cost will be less if you are taking our inlets right from their positions. And we also have included two pumps in our network because the head cannot maintain that amount of pressure at every junction. So we had to include two 1 horsepower water pumps in our
Which
network.
location?
At location, right in the base location, where we are supplying the water to all those sprinklers, and the second one is at the second potential spot.
If you had moved this first pump downstream, देखिए आपके C1, C2 पे तो I don't think there will be pressure problems. So it was possible कि आपको दो pumps ना चाहिए होते, या आपको इस तरह भी possible था कि आपको दो pumps चाहिए होते लेकिन 0.5 horsepower के. So if you had played with the location of this pump 1 and brought it somewhere after C4 or C5, it might have worked better.
Well, sir, to answer your question, we haven't optimized our project. Like, to be very honest, we haven't optimized. We just make it to work. We made it to work. Like, we added pumps. There was negative pressure. We were getting some negative pressure, but our coefficient and losses, everything was in the normal stage. So we installed pumps right over there, and it works. So we haven't optimized like our project to reduce that much cost.
हमें दो पंप्स की वैसे भी जरूरत पड़ी है क्योंकि हमने मेन लाइन जो है ना, ये जो पहले से इंस्टॉल्ड हुई हुई है वो यूज़ की है ना. ये जो सर मेन लाइन इस तरह से क्या आ रही है जो C11 तक आ रही है, सर हमें दो पंप्स की वैसे भी ज़रूरत पड़ती. वो आपकी बात ठीक है कि अगर ऑप्टिमाइज़ कर रहे हैं तो मे बी 0.5 या लेस कैपेसिटी के हमें पंप्स की जरूरत है.
देखिए अभी हमने इसको फिर आप just for the discussion से आप इसको इससे भी ऑप्टिमाइज करते हैं, दो लाइंस में ना डिवाइड करते हैं, आप पाइप को सीरीज में ही रखते और दो एक पंप अगर आप सीरीज में कर देते that would have worked.
Now coming toward summarizing it, the aim of the project was to create a sprinkler system to make the watering of the lawn easy and efficient. So in that case, reconnaissance survey was carried out and the simulation was carried out using ARPANET, and in the end the cost analysis was done, which turned out that if there is nothing and we have to design everything from the basic, it would cost us about 2,20,000 PKR. Now coming toward the terms and limitations, which I believe that it should be included on project. Our team tried their best to design an efficient water system design. However, there are certain limitations to the project. The first one is that the design of the water system lawn was supposed to be automatic, that there wouldn't be a need of peon or a gardener to water these lawns. But at the current stage, what we have done is that it's a manual process. We will still need a gardener to operate those pumps and to operate those sprinklers. But however, in future, it can be done very easily to turn this project to an automatic one by using some microprocessors like Arduino or Raspberry Pi, and some servo motors. So it wouldn't cost that much. It would be easily in the budget of within 50,000 rupees. The second one is that the sprinkler system that was proposed on the lawn, they didn't cover those areas. We tried our best to cover the maximum position, to cover the maximum area with their position, but due to their operation in the circular way, it's not possible to cover each and every inch. So the gravity clay, which is already present over there, we believe that it would cover us due to the seepage. And the third point is that the project can be turned automatic, but if it is turned to automatic in the future, so the base demand would vary with the seasonal variations. Like let's suppose in the summer our pumps and it would require like to be operated for let's suppose 30 minutes, but in winter we might don't even need to operate them like on everyday basis. So it would definitely need to be accounted for those. And then in the end, these are our references. If there is any
Good thing.
question.
What was your pipe diameter, Peter?
So 1.5
1.5.
for the sprinkler
1.5.